Hello and welcome to Last Time On. This is the podcast where we pick a prestige television show that none of us have ever seen, watch the pilot, roll some dice, skip some episodes, and try to figure out what happened last time on. I'm Xhafer.
I am Ben.
I'm Victor, and we have a special message for you, the listener, today.
We do.
Please, if you have downloaded this podcast episode from an shady source, please remember you wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't download a car. Please don't pirate this podcast. Oh wait, we give this podcast away for free anyway.
We
so,
do.
Yeah.
It's more the principle of the thing.
There's a comic artist that I appreciate. His name's Scott Johnson, and if you Google Scott Johnson, the principle of the thing comic, he drew a comic where the Thing from Fantastic Four is in high school and he's in detention and he's talking to the principal. It's the principle of the Thing.
It doesn't even make any sense because he was already a grown man when he turned into Thing. He wasn't in high school as the Thing. Like,
Oh my
does
god!
this guy even know comics?
Probably not, Ben. Anyways.
I'm sure he knows more about the Thing than I'll ever know.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, the thing we're here for is Alias.
Mm-hmm.
Spin kicks!
So,
So many spin kicks.
Ben, you won last season of our show. I'm going to go ahead and give a quick description of what we actually do here, besides a little bit in the intro.
Oh, yeah,
just because
new
we
season.
should probably remember to do that when we start a new show.
Yeah.
Just in case we got anyone jumping on, and honestly, we're pretty bad about it. So, we pick a show none of us have ever seen, like I said. We use the patent pending formula. I have written an actual mathematical algorithm that I'm currently working on getting patented,
Copywritten.
rather.
Yeah.
That determines how many dice to roll to skip to hit a target number of episodes while maintaining a sense of randomness. We use that to skip ahead, but before we skip ahead, we make predictions about what's going to happen in the show that none of us have seen. And then we score those points. We get 3 predictions each episode, a daytime worth 1, a evening worth 2, and a primetime worth 3.
Oh yeah, shit! I need to do that. I forgot to do that this episode. Hang on. Keep talking. I'll do it right now.
We go ahead and make those predictions. We score them at the end of the season, and whoever got the most points watching the show gets to pick the next show that we watch. So Ben won last season, which was Billions, which was honestly a pretty good show.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it better than I thought I would.
I did not like it from the first couple of episodes, but I feel like it probably hit its stride quicker than we felt it did.
Did you say it's stride?
Stride.
It sounded like you said shride.
Stride. It hit
What's a
its
stride? Is that a word? I hope
Yes,
it's not
it
a
is
slur.
now. I mean, this is how words are born, Vic. Someone
Language is
says
mutable.
something. 100%. Anyways, so Billions was fun. We're doing Alias now. This is one of the earlier TV. This is before the era of prestige television, but it is contemporary with the era of prestige television starting. Right?
I mean, it's J.J. Abrams who...
It's J.J. Abrams. This is
Right.
the show he did before Lost,
Yes.
I believe. And Lost is kind of considered to be the start, I'm using air quotes here, of prestige television. I'm sure there are arguments where this is the start of prestige television. We have all of the classic tropes. It's a bit bigger budget. It is a continued storyline, so it's not super episodic. To my understanding, we'll find out because we've only watched one episode. Yeah, so I had never seen this before, obviously, because we're talking about it on this show. None of us have ever seen it before. But I was kind of aware of Alias as it was airing. I feel like he kind of had to have been.
Right.
I was just wondering if any of you guys had any experiences with the show you wanted to talk about before we get into the episode.
Actually, not at all. This was one of those shows that I would see advertised for and be like, "Oh yeah, that's a show."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was aware of its existence. The main thing I knew about it was as a reference made by other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think this is Jennifer Garner's first big thing, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Quite
this was
possibly.
this was pre-Elektra. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough time for her.
That was a tough time. Yeah, I'm looking at her IMDb profile here. So I think this was her big breakout. And holy shit, Bradley Cooper's in this. I mean, my God. Well, we'll
Yeah.
get to all that. Shall we go ahead and dive in?
So
Yeah,
is Jesus.
All right. What?
Victor Garber played Jesus in Godspell
Oh,
Garber.
okay.
Oh, he did?
as
Oh.
a 70s heartthrob. And it's like, all right.
I mean, Victor Garber. I could see that.
Yeah, he's definitely that guy. I was like, oh, it's that guy. And I could not remember his name. But, see him in everything. But our series here opens up with the font from the anti-piracy campaign.
Yes.
I was just like, oh my God, it's got the same visual effects as those stupid, was it the RIAA or MPAA who did the you wouldn't steal a car crap.
Yeah, the Motion Picture Association of America. The
That's
MPAA.
right. And didn't Crusade have the same thing as well? The opening, Babylon
Yeah.
5 Crusade? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so strange. Why is this exact font and style so popular? And it was around the same time period, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Sometimes that just happens, like that 5 years where everything was papyrus. But we open in media waterboard, and not fun.
Mm-hmm.
So our Jennifer Garner here is being tortured.
Yep.
They slap the cuffs on her,
We have some
and
Chinese soldier goons torturing her, and
Yeah.
we get a loud door that she's staring at, ominously. I wrote down mysterious loud door in my notes.
Yeah.
yep.
Before all this happens, though, we have to spend a second because we actually get a fucking theme song, guys. It's been so long since we've had a show with a theme song.
Okay,
It's
that's
true.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was exciting. I just wanted to make sure we mentioned that because this is probably the last of its era. There's like this giant chunk of TV where there's no theme songs, and only after Game of Thrones do they come back. So
The J.J.
I'm always
Abrams giveth
excited.
and the J.J. Abrams taketh away.
he did with Lost. It's his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking lost.
But yeah, like Ben said, we open in media Mandarin interrogation, and we quickly move to a flashback of Sydney in college. And we kind of go back and forth between this interrogation as our framing device and jumping back, was it 8 or 10 months, we find out over the course of the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, and who the
To
hell
what
is this?
led us? It would have this episode would have been improved if it had that record scratch. Like, I'm Sid, and you might be wondering how I got myself here.
That totally would have been good.
I would have hated that.
Yeah, so she is taking a test and going up past the last minute to finish her essay. I've got to ask, guys, did you guys ever take until the last second on a test?
Yes, my last test I ever took in high school. Yes, I did. And not only was I think it was English, of all things, and I was failing so bad that I had until the end of the day, this was the last period of the last day of high school, to finish this final exam and turn in an extra credit paper just to make barely a C. And that was the last credit I needed to graduate high school.
Congrats.
I skipped a lot and smoked a lot of weed my senior year, so
Not so much congrats. I have taken till the end of a testing period, but only on tests where that was part of it. Like tests that are very tightly timed where they purposefully give you more questions and you're supposed to be able to answer.
Yeah.
I that's happened to me. I've taken probably maybe a half dozen, maybe 10 of those over the course of my life. So that kind of test, yes. A standard college exam where it's just like you have 2 hours and you don't need 2 hours. No.
Yeah.
But who is this? Who is this professor that walks in? This dude. I was like, who? Did anyone recognize this actor that's playing the professor with the crazy Doc Brown hair?
I did not, but he was really giving off some Soong energy.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, old
he looks
ass
like
Dr.
he built
Soong.
a Data. But then outside, Sydney is complaining to her boyfriend, "Oh, I got a D. I totally got a D." And he's like, "You've never gotten a D in your life." And he's wearing scrubs and a lab coat, so that's how we know he's a doctor.
Right.
And he says, "Oh, I've got a surprise for you." And here's where we put this episode into our time frame. She's like, "Oh, did you get those Dave Matthews Band's tickets?"
Oh God,
like,
that made me cringe.
The Terror
so
of Telequil?
Yeah, that really frames it. Being excited about Dave Matthews tickets.
Yeah.
And it's not.
I'm going to share a little bit about my personal life while we're talking about Dave Matthews for the one time we're talking about Dave Matthews on this podcast. So every night when I go to bed, we use our smart speakers and we say, "Hey, play some white noise," right? And it is a running gag that when Beth does it, I sing a little Dave Matthews.
Because it's white noise.
Because it's white noise. Exactly. Yeah. A space between.
I feel like I've heard the Cool Girls make some Dave Matthews jokes before.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, so we see the Dr. Boyfriend here drop down to one knee in the middle of the college campus and do some horrible singing, and I'm like, okay, he's about to propose. Yeah. And this is when I immediately wrote down, oh, this guy's going to die. There's no way, dude. Yeah. He is not going to survive the episode.
Yeah. I was wondering how far the flashback was going to take us. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew this guy was going to die. I was wondering if the flashback was going to be, like, years, and we were going to get a lot more with this Dr. Boyfriend. That is not what happens.
Doctor misses the boyfriend. Yeah, I also wrote, "Oh, this guy's dead." Who else did we see on the college quad, though, Xhafer? Did you notice?
No.
There were LARPers.
Oh, that's right. They were playing.
They were sword fighters.
Yeah,
they were sword fighters. I don't think they were LARPers. I think they were more
like a fencing class or something.
A fencing class, yeah. But I do remember that now that you say it.
But man, I don't know. Proposing on your college quad, like,
is that what it's called? It's called a quad. I've never been to college, so
I probably wouldn't be friends with anyone who did that, Ben.
I would recommend you not stop being friends with somebody who did that.
Yeah,
and the only thing worse than proposing to your girlfriend at on the college campus is saying yes. I proposed to Glow at our college campus.
Yeah.
We now have our bestie introduced, being a bestie. And they're talking about, hey, this is great. I hope my dad doesn't ruin this. At which point we know, oh man, not a good relationship.
When they cut over to Dr. Boyfriend, his name is Danny. When they cut over to Danny calling Victor Garber, and he's just all like, "Why the fuck are you calling me to ask permission to marry my daughter? Did you consider how she would feel about you calling? Because I don't think she gives a fuck if I say yes."
Yeah. He's like, if you're asking me, you don't have a good enough relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all like, this isn't asking permission. This is a notification.
But this is absolutely one of those, he has the right read on the situation, but he's still being an asshole about it.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like,
who, the dad?
You know, he's not, he's out of line, but he's right.
Nice.
He's out of line, but he's right.
the whole asking permission from the father. That's like it's traditional. I'm like, yeah, traditional is in people used to treat women like property. Like, I think that's kind of
you
stupid,
do that so you can get a dowry, right?
Mm-hmm. So,
I mean,
anyway.
I asked, but that was just because I thought I was being nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I'm sure your intentions were pure, Ben, because
also,
you're a fucking
like,
pure ball of happiness and joy and everything.
I will say, knowing Glow's dad, he would not have needed to give permission and not felt like he needed to give permission, but would have really appreciated knowing it was going to happen before it happened.
Yes.
So,
anyway,
yeah, she goes to work after this.
Yeah, and
rocking
it's
the
all
pantsuit.
It's all very clandestine.
We get motherfucking
she,
Carl Lumbly.
Yeah.
Mantis. And Isaiah Bradley in the Captain America movie. And I want to say he's been in something else that we've seen recently. Let me scroll through here. But anyway, yeah.
I will say, though,
guy.
for a super secret international spy agency in a bank, their office looks like shit.
Well,
I mean, it's probably designed to be very quickly burned in the spy sense.
Well, don't we find out that that's not actually the CIA that she's working for?
It's not, but they're still a spy agency, and it's like spy agencies are either like lead paint peeling cinder block offices or super chic, and you never just get, cubicles or anything.
Yeah. This just felt very like normal co-worky.
Normal co-worky.
Like their interactions are like, oh, like this is a conversation I've had at my job, which I thought was a lot of fun because normally when you see spies at spy shit, they're not interacting because they're like, oh, I'm spies, can't talk to these people. And this was very much like a normalized workspace given what they do. And I thought that was really fucking cool. So we meet a few people here. We meet their Q. His name is Marshall. He's got some gadgets. I wish all my meetings had a fucking gadgets guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It occurs to me that I am the gadgets guy at my meetings, too. Like, I'm the one who's all like, here's the new thing, everyone. I built it. Like, that is what I do, only for business.
For
so
software and such. And
yeah.
Dude, you need to build a lighter that has a laser in it and bring it to your next meeting.
That's how I get escorted out of the building.
It doesn't have to be a big laser, just a...
Oh, okay. Just a laser pointer in a lighter.
Yeah.
It's literally just a laser pointer duct taped to a lighter.
I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Oh, you can do better than that. I know you
invention.
can put Bluetooth in that bitch and control it from your phone.
It's so funny. So, I mean, I work at a consulting firm, and, they make PowerPoints for a living. That's what they do. So I gave a big presentation on Thursday. I taught a class on how to use the software that I specialize in, how to do, like, light dev work in it. And when I pulled out a, like, laser pointer clicker thing and plugged it into my laptop, everyone was all like, oh, those aren't standard issue here, despite you'd think they would be. Was a whole point.
Nice.
So, along with the boyfriend, did you guys think Carl Lumbly was doomed?
Yes.
He was... I wasn't quite sure. I definitely thought Victor, what's his name, would be doomed as well, because both of those I feel like are big-name actors that I wasn't sure how big they were at the time, and was like, there's no way you get them for the entire series,
Mm-hmm.
But they've got their mission. They need to go into a secret base, and they're not stealing anything. They're just scanning the whole place so that they know, okay, here's the public area, and so there's empty space between these two walls, so we know that there's a secret lab in there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now, did they ever
and now
mention...
Sydney goes running with Bradley Cooper.
His name is Will.
Well, hold on. Do they ever explain what the gadget is that they need to steal from the Chinese lab? Like, what does it do?
No.
I think they say something about fusion.
Yeah.
Like fusion power. And given like what we see and what it does, and having a very incredibly rudimentary understanding of fusion reactors, I would believe that's what it's supposed to be.
I just remember towards the end you see it spinning a water balloon in midair or some shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
For
what the hell?
magnetic
fusion shit.
containment.
That's
Yeah.
so weird. I was just wondering if I had missed something or like.
I think it's
No.
supposed
No,
to
it
be
was,
a mystery.
hey, there's this super genius. He got hit by an ambulance and all of his research disappeared.
Oh right, the super genius.
We think
on the
it might be
moped.
here.
Right.
See if there's a secret lab in here. And now that she's running with Bradley Cooper, Will, and tells him, hey, I'm getting married, and that blows the frost off his tips.
He's got a real Shaggy vibe in this outfit.
Oh, he does.
But,
it's like
he
he's got
does
the
the-
hair and the green shirt and everything.
And he does the, like, all right, good workout. Hey, I'm getting married. All right, I'm going to run away from my feelings, literally, couple more laps.
Now he's just Bradley Cooper. He's not in the agency or anything. He's just some dude, right?
He's just some dude.
Okay.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, let me make that a prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Got my third one.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes.
If it's your primetime prediction,
What?
whatever you score on that, I want half the points for, Vic.
You
feel like
fucking
that's
Ferengi.
I feel like that's fair.
You are no, it's not fair. You're being a Ferengi.
What do you mean it's not fair? I just gave you that. I was going to talk about it in this episode, and now I'm not, so you can use it as a prediction.
Right, and I took it.
So
what?
I want half the points, so you took it?
Okay, well, you can, people in hell want Slurpees, so, I mean, you can want it all you want. No, we'll work
Still
something
a lot
out.
of sugar.
We'll
Okay.
work something out.
All right, so talking about having a baby leads Sydney to reveal her job to Danny. He does not take this well. I mean, to be fair, if this is the kind of thing that you were to reveal at a certain point in a relationship, the post-proposal, pre-marriage seems like the time to reveal it.
Yeah. That's
There's
fair.
not a good time, and you can't do it too early in the relationship, but I feel like this is when you'd say something.
But also, I don't know, maybe I'm more chill. This doesn't seem like something that warrants the level of blow-up Danny has, where he's just, like, screaming, in silhouette and then storming out of the shower, where it's just like, yeah, you thought she works at a bank while going to grad school. You find out she actually is a spy. Big change, but, it's just a different job.
Yeah.
There has to be a TV tropes page for this, and I'm wondering what the name of the trope is, but I know I've seen this before where the hot
I don't think you can look up examples of revealed to be a spy on TV tropes for the duration of this episode.
not that. I mean, yes, that, but also the fact that it's the protagonist who is having a relationship of some kind, and they keep their real job a secret from their significant other. That has to be like I'm dating a spy type of trope, or something like that.
Yeah.
I know I've seen this before.
Yeah,
Some people
True
here
Lies.
in this podcast may have had parents in this situation.
Oh, that's not true. We found out what my dad did after all these
Oh, right.
years.
Also,
But
speaking of
now we cut back to torture.
I was going to say, speaking of tropes, we get some
Or a Chinese guy with
God
really
damn it.
cool glasses.
I'm talking about the strategic nudity in this shower scene.
Oh.
Anyway, the furniture and shower accessories that perfectly cover up Jennifer Garner's nipples. So anyway, I'm just saying that's a TV trope I noticed. Continue, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So sorry. Our Chinese spy with super cool glasses.
Doesn't this
we
guy
don't
look
know
like
he's Chinese. We just know
Yeah,
he's
we do.
speaking
It's-
Mandarin.
Oh, okay. I mean, well,
The whole point of
the
this,
subtitles.
the main plot of this episode is that you think you're working for the CIA and you're not. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is don't assume that anyone is a government agent is pretty baked into the plot.
Well, in the
Fair.
subtitles, it did say that they were speaking soldiers shouting in Chinese. So that's
Yeah.
yeah. But the villain with the glasses who steps out of the door. Okay, does this guy look like an Asian version of the villain from Indiana Jones, the first movie? I mean, that's
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Toad?
Dr. Jones. You know, the one with the who burned his hand on the medallion.
Yeah.
You know, that guy.
Yeah.
And he's got a syringe of happy juice.
Big scary syringe. Yeah, Sydney gets her flu shot despite her complaints and immediately passes out. RFK Jr. is right, y'all.
Oh, I knew you were going to go there.
We get a montage of spy training after this.
Mm-hmm.
Danny is pretty confused about everything. He's about to fumble Jennifer Garner like he's Ben Affleck. Like, you can't fuck
Nice.
this up, guy.
Suddenly
It's not
we're
like
at
he found out she works for ICE or something.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Suddenly we're is this the scene where suddenly we're at an oil pump for some reason?
Yes, that is where
Yeah.
she's, hey, we're out here where there's no listening devices. I can tell you what's going on. Hey, I've been in since early in college. I'm
Look,
good
man,
at it.
if I owned an oil pump, I would have that shit under surveillance. Okay, that so that just seems weird to me.
It's just a this is the more cinematic version of Under a Bridge. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is
that's
just
true.
clandestine meeting place.
We're now on a plane, and Carl Umley is like, hey, so our boss, Sloan, doesn't like you being in grad school. Hey, spies shouldn't have personal lives. And he's just like, the one rule you don't break is tell your spouse what we do. And she's like, but
Is that really a
you
rule?
sure about that? And he's like, yeah. I'm never telling my wife what I do. She'd freak out.
It would not go well.
And now they are at
Yeah.
an elegant dinner party.
From the left, dear. One serves from the left.
Whatever's gotten into you, Calpurnia?
I'm a
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes. While they're here, there's lots of conversations being had. Marcus collapses, creating an opening for Sydney, while Danny leaves a dramatic voicemail that reveals way too much, but affirms
Man,
his
so
commitment to the
stupid.
relationship.
Dude, you guys remember answering machines?
Yep.
I've never known an answering machine to let you leave a message that long. He should have been like, and I'm feeling my feelings for you are like beep. Oh crap! To call back again and then keep
He'll
going.
leave a second message.
Although this does remind me back. Did any of you have a novelty voicemail message on your
yes.
answering machine?
100%.
I always wanted one.
My dad, for some reason, had like the first 20 seconds of the song Grease from Grease, and then was like, hey, you've reached the Curlies, leave your word, because Grease is the word. And it's
God.
like, Dad, we don't need a 30-second long answering machine message.
My mom had her, me, and my sister do the Three Stooges hello thing.
But hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah. We had that for a
I'm-
while.
I will say that's appropriation, Xhafer.
What, from Three Stooges.
It was Shemp, not Curly. You can't be mad about it. And also, you can't be mad about it. You didn't name your son Lawrence Maurice. So I don't want to fucking hear it from you. You had a chance to own the Three Stooges, Mr. Curly, and you chose not to take it.
So we now have Sydney sneaking around while Carl Lumley is down, and then we just have Danny being so stupid. Like, it keeps cutting back to him, and it gets worse each time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the montage of like the satellite dishes and shit, and it's like oh.
And some guy's just like, you hearing what they're saying?
Yep.
And then Sloan is now already talking to Victor Garber, who we find out his name is Jack.
Yep. Dun dun dun.
You know what we have to do.
Yep.
Yep. While this is all going on, Sydney takes a bunch of photos, but is gone too long and does get caught, but she talks her way out of it to the guy that is interrogating her in the flash forwards.
Right, yeah.
Then we cut back to the airport. We're back in the States. Agents are waiting for Marcus and Sydney, but she has rushed home and missed the welcoming committee, finding her place completely trashed and Danny dead in the bathtub.
Yeah, I wrote down right here, yep, I called it Dude is Dead in my notes.
So she rushes to the office, and I'm like, okay, so your assumption here is that you got made as a spy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if your identity is revealed, wouldn't you head to like a safe house and call a secret number rather than straight to HQ, revealing its secret location?
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, to be fair, I guess she is a rookie spy here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, no, she's been doing it. She is in grad school. She's 29. And so she would have been doing this. She said she was approached her freshman year of college.
Oh,
so
right.
10 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been at it for a minute.
And she's like sad and freaking out. And I'm like, you are smart enough to know that this is your fault. You did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised this didn't end with her getting a 9mm pension.
Well, that's first episode, so...
Yeah, I mean, that would be... I mean, the rest of everything would have to cut back to flashback for the rest of the show, which would be a
cool
choice.
That'd be
I mean, that's an unsolvable mystery like J.J. Abrams fucking loves. So...
Yeah.
But yes, she rushes to the office. She gets lectured by Sloane about everything as she tries to process it all. And then, yeah.
And then she finds out I guess she's next. They're gonna... Is that what... I wasn't fully paying attention at this point.
You know what you have to do? She takes a polygraph for a while. Like, 90s TV. She takes a polygraph. But, it's basically like she can keep her job because we know that she's loyal to the agency and that this was a fuck up. And she's a really good spy, and they probably don't want to have to burn her. So, I don't know. It seems like a weird choice, but when you find out that she's not actually in the CIA in 20 minutes, it suddenly makes a lot more sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is also another reason I'm saying that she's a rookie spy and she never actually got the actual official training. So I can forgive some of these
Kung
dumb
Pao,
things.
we've trained her wrong his purpose on a joke.
I must apologize for Wimp Lo. He is an idiot. We have purposely trained him wrong, as a joke.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Have you not seen Kung Pao?
I don't think so.
I haven't either.
Huh.
Oh, guys. Okay, Ben, are you familiar with the Thumb Wars movies, the Thumb movies that they did in the 90s?
Yes.
Those people made a whole ass movie redubbing and using visual effects to change a classic kung fu movie.
Oh, now I want to see it. It's Kung Pao Enter the
Is
Fist?
that the one where
Kung
it's-
Pao Enter the Fist. Yeah.
Where one of the people is like, send him to the most horrible place in the world. Detroit.
No. That's from an actual kung fu movie.
Nice.
No, Kung Pao Enter the Fist is, I mean,
So it's like a Mystery Science Theater style thing where they overdubbed.
they just redub all of the characters, and then there is also they use a computer to change one of the main characters into an actor who is the main character, and then all the other characters are just redubbed. Like, you can
So
tell me
more
that this guy made this movie by himself and had a camera set up and was just working around it and then did it all in After Effects. I would believe you. It feels like it was made by one dude. I think it's hilarious. I watched it a couple years ago, and there are definitely some jokes that did not age well. But overall, very funny still.
So now we have more of our interrogation. She is high as a kite, but still tells the interrogator to bite me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
And she's like, it's too bad. I've got nothing to lose. And he has a cold line.
That is
You
great.
still have your teeth.
I'm gonna have to remember that one. That's great.
Yep.
We then have Victor Garber gooning at a funeral.
Can't say that.
He was being a
Peeping
goon.
from the bushes.
That you could say. Yeah, this is Danny's funeral. We see the bright red hair that Sydney has later on a different person.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out what happens there in a later scene. And after this funeral, we cut a few months ahead, where Sydney has not returned to work, and Sloane is getting impatient, so they send Marcus to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus is pretty straightforward here. They will kill you if you run. Just fucking come back to work, please. And she's like, eh. And then shortly thereafter, a couple spooks try to get her got in a parking garage. She makes a break for it, uses her cell phone to ambush with a ringtone. Oh, man, remember ringtones?
I do remember ringtones.
Remember phones not set to vibrate? Or silent? This ringtone brought back so many memories because I
really
knew this
did.
was a Nextel.
Yeah, the Nokia phone that Nokia phone that they used in this scene probably still works to this day.
Yeah. So she knocks
I
out
did appreciate
one spook.
here, though,
Go ahead.
in this shootout scene, our bad guy has a suppressed Uzi that still sounds like a gun.
Oh, is this the part where she gets ambushed in the garage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, with the laser sight that is totally pointless, except to let the main character know that they're about to be shot at.
Yes. But I did like that the gun actually still sounds like a gun. It's not... It's like,
Yeah.
guns don't sound like that.
Nope. Maybe a 22 with a suppressor.
Yeah.
Yep. She gets one here, and the other comes around, and this is when her dad comes to the rescue. I don't know if you noticed, but the car that her dad is in has been floating around the background the entire time since she's come back.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, we see this car in the background in almost every scene in which there are cars.
I did not notice that either. Good job.
It's fun. Yeah. No, it's a great little bit. We see this car a couple of times driving past or like hanging out in the background and stuff. And then we find out it's been Victor Garber driving the whole time.
Oh my god.
We also, this is important, we got a lot of spin kicks.
Sure do.
Do we have a spin kick count there,
And
Ben?
then we get a car spin shoot as Victor Garber spins his car around, shoots the other guy, and causes their car to crash.
Yeah. It's fun little spy stuff. It felt very like a lot of the stuff that Sydney is doing here we will see again in the Avengers movies with Black Widow.
I was thinking that same thing. I was like, holy
Even
shit.
like the flip in the chair bit that we
Yeah.
get in the interrogation in a couple of scenes is like straight out of Avengers. But before we get to that, her dad gives her the rundown. He arranges to get her out of the country while also coming clean about his real career and hers. He says SD6 is not CIA, but instead counter covert intelligence, part of the anti-American Alliance of 12.
The big
AOT.
part of this that clanged, though, is when he's like, Sydney, I'm a spy. And she's like, you can't be a spy. You sell airplane parts. And I'm like, Sydney, you're a spy. You know about, like, having a cover job and stuff.
I like
Victor Garber's like, yeah, and I'm not a dumbass who tells my family that I'm a spy.
I like how she
I'm
checked for a
clearly
Mission
better at
Impossible.
this than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how she checked to see if he was wearing a Mission Impossible mask.
Yes.
Pinching his face.
Yeah. She rebukes her dad's attempt at giving a fuck here. And her interrogator's dentistry skill in the next scene.
The getaway car drives away while she's having this conversation with her dad, which I appreciated because he was like, they're instructed to drive off in 2 minutes with or without you, and they have this conversation. I'm like, okay, this is way longer than 2 minutes, guys.
Yeah. Our flashback sees Sydney leaving a note for Will, who has turned from Shaggy to Jimmy Olsen. And this is
Superman reporter.
My notes
Yeah.
here are, I hope every time we see him, he's doing something else because he's also secretly a spy.
Oh, yeah.
Just like for a while, I think that's going to be the running beat with this. Is we're just going to we won't find out he's a spy for a while probably, but I feel like every time we see him, he's just going to be working in a different office, and he'll just be like, oh, I just can't keep a job. Or something. But no, he was actually also a spy the entire time. She gets the red hair dye, Will's sister's passport, a credit card, and she flies to Taipei.
And she puts the mole part where she puts a mole on the passport photo with a pen, and then puts a mole on her face in the same spot.
Yeah.
Why?
So you want to draw the attention to certain aspects so that they don't look closely at the other bits.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so you'd say red hair,
okay.
mole
Pretty
on the
good, pretty
face,
smart, yeah.
and then she can wipe off the mole and be like, you're looking for somebody with a mole on the face. I don't have a mole on the face.
Damn it. Okay, this sounds smart.
Yeah. And we get a guy walking past her as she's trying to steal a moving van, and he blows smoke in her face, so we know he deserves when his car gets stolen instead.
Hell yeah.
Yep. She takes the stolen car back to the secret lab, and we get a big spy montage as music I can only identify as soft industrial rock plays.
Dude, this is the era. This is the third fucking music montage of this one episode. My God.
Yeah. I think a lot of this is because this was a little bit longer of an episode. It's a pilot. So
Yeah.
I think we
It
get
was
a
a
little
double
bit
length.
more of this. And I'm going to assume that this probably aired with more commercial recognizable music than we can recognize on any recording that we can watch past its initial airing. Because a lot of times you would license the big music in these shows for your initial air run, and you'd only license it for your initial air run because it was significantly cheaper. And then when you sold the show to syndication, you'd throw in some whatever music, and that's the version of TV shows that ended up on DVDs. There's a ton of shows of this era and slightly earlier where this is true of. Buffy's a really big example as well, that had a ton of we paid for these cool songs, but then when the show airs later, the real version of it is just lost to anyone outside of the original viewing audience.
Same thing with Scrubs.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, wow.
suddenly replacing everything with stock music.
Ton of
That said, this made me really, really want a grappling hook.
You have actually
too.
rappelled down the side of a building, Ben.
I have.
This is a thing you've done, and not a short building either.
No, it was a skyscraper.
Was this a LARP thing?
No.
This was a work event thing where if you
Cool.
donated money, you could possibly win a chance to rappel off of a building. And
That's pretty cool.
it's fun.
Yeah, how tall was that building you rappelled down?
I can look it
30
up.
stories? 30-something, 20-something?
So it is the first national building in Detroit. It is 26 stories. The roof is 341 feet.
Yeah. That's cool.
Man, that
That's
sounds
some
fun.
spy shit you've done, Ben.
It sounds terrifying, but it sounds fun.
Yeah, I would not handle that well. That is not something I would sign up for.
The tricky bit is you don't know everything's working until you put weight on it. And how do you put weight on it? You lean off the roof.
Ooh, that's got to be, yeah.
Yep.
But I leaned off. I got some really cool pictures taken. Threw up my wolf pack.
Yep. Too sweet.
But now we get back to torture.
Yeah.
Back to torture.
Yeah, this is
And-
where she knocks the interrogator out, does that flip in the chair, and makes her escape after stealing the device from the lab.
Yeah, we get a really cool shootout where she's, shooting two guns at once, blowing
Oh,
the
yeah.
hinges off the door, and then runs out of bullets. And it's like, yeah, because you shot the door 12 times.
Yeah. This is, of course, all set to Sinead O'Connor's No Man's Woman as well, which is a choice because I know it's like, oh, what's a song that, says this is a strong, independent woman who don't need no man, who immediately returns to her male bosses and begs for her job back. Like,
yeah.
It's not the best choice to
But
make.
then we find out she's actually doing it to stick it to the bosses.
This is true. She goes to the CIA, where we see Greg Gernberg. Hey!
Yeah.
I totally got this guy mixed up with Jon Favreau. Because
That's fair, actually.
Yeah, I was sitting here watching this with Corrine, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's that guy!" And she's like, "Who? The guy that does the Mandalorian?" And she's like, "That is not Pedro Pascal." And I'm like, "No, not the guy."
No, it's Greg Grunberg, who has the best lot in life. I wish my best friend was J.J. Abrams so that I could be in everything J.J. Abrams does. It's also just he's a good actor, so it like never clangs when he does it, but it's also just like, he gets to be in Star Wars and Star Trek and Alias and everything because he's friends with J.J. Abrams.
He's in Lost. He's in Heroes. He's in fucking everything. Good for him.
He was real good in Heroes.
He was real good in Heroes. But anyways, she's gone double agent here. She put some flowers on Danny's absurdly thick headstone. Did you guys clock this thing? It's like 1.5 feet wide for some reason. Just a big boy. And when this happens, her dad is there and reveals that he's also a double agent.
Yes.
There had been, the CIA mentioned during her debrief had made mention of there being another agent there. And she's all like, "You're lying to me just to make me think that I can be trusted or something." Like, and it's all like, "Nope, I got a feeling about you." And then we find out the feeling was, well, it's because it's her dad.
Yeah.
Double agent nepotism.
Yeah.
Well, but it's also one of
double
those...
nepo baby.
Yeah. But it's also one of those things where it's, of course, and now they, even though they're estranged, they've got to work together to make sure neither of them gets caught as they're trying to take him down.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Yep. He hands her a phone, and it rings to end credits.
Yes.
I do got to say, I dig the outro music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was enjoying all the music in this for sure.
Also, I want to point out one note that Glow made. If you noticed how easy it was for everyone to move around the airports in this first episode came out just after 9/11, so it was filmed well before.
Wow.
So all of the 9/11 airport security was not in place yet.
Yeah. September 30th, 2001 was when this aired. Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we make any predictions, we've got to roll some dice. So this show's a bit longer than the last couple we watched, so we're rolling a little bit more beefy dice here. We're rolling 3d6 plus 1d4 is what the formula is.
This
told
fucking
me to
formula.
roll here.
You know,
Now, we were going to be skipping seasons.
You know, to the listeners,
Probably not.
I talked with Xhafer behind the scenes to see if there was a way that we could modify this, because the way our podcast works is we need to watch a show that has at least 30 episodes.
Yeah,
you said,
and 40, I think is the math. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first step of the algorithm is to divide by 8.
Oh my God.
So you have to no, it's genuinely like an intense, unique mathematical formula.
No, I believe you.
I'm actually working on patenting.
I 100% believe you.
And so if you have less than 40 and you only end up with 5 to start with, it's kind of I mean, we could probably make it work, but here's the problem: is if we're watching, the goal is to watch 8 episodes, right? That's the target number. That's why it's divide by 8 at the start of the mathematical formula. So knowing that, think about watching 8 episodes of a show. If there are 20 episodes of a show, we're still watching every other episode.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you know, unfortunately, because of the way the TV and entertainment industry is going, a lot of shows don't even make it that far.
Yeah.
We have like 6 episode seasons these days with prestige television. So I was asking Xhafer if we could just take his algorithm and divide it in half, or just cut it in half for shorter shows.
And he
was
could.
like,
Yeah. We could.
Well, you told me it wouldn't work when I suggested this.
No, I said it'd be a lot of math. And it would. Because it's not as simple as just saying
you can't just divide by 2.
No. No, you'd have to adjust the target episodes at the top, and then there's a like funnel system of how you get the dice. Like like coin sorters, how they
Oh my God.
it's the different size coins and it drops down when it hits a hole that it fits in. It's like that is how you determine the dice, but with probability instead of the size of the dice.
I'm just saying, I think we could get this to work just with a little bit of duct tape, and
we could definitely get it to work on a shorter show, if we needed to. The other thing that we need to do a show is it needs to be done.
Yeah, that is true.
It's not that's the big one, because we have a bunch of shows that we want to do, and they're like last season airing 2026, and it's all like, well, I guess we're waiting. But anyways, let me roll these 3d6 plus 1d4. That is a 17.
Oh shit!
I rolled very high on 3 of the 4 dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's an unusually high roll, and that's still, even if I were to max out that other dice, we would have just barely skipped a season. We're going to be about 1 a season is the goal, with 2 in at least 1 season, not counting the first season. So we're tuned pretty well. I feel good about this roll. We skip to season 1, episode 19, Snowman.
Snowman.
So let me read the
the
description
clues,
here.
Mr. Policeman.
Sloane begins to question where Noah's true allegiances lie. Do we know Noah? As passion ignites between Sydney and Noah. Good for them. Meanwhile, Sydney continues to uncover new information about her mother, which disturbs Jack. A rogue assassin known as the Snowman is dispatched by the K Directorate to kill Kashanu, a.k.a. the Man.
Damn, that's a long-ass
Will
description.
and Francie confront Sydney about the mysterious airline ticket stub found in her jacket.
Oh my God, we are going to be so lost. This is perfect for the show.
Great. That sounds great. This is the perfect show for this. I'm really looking forward to not knowing what the hell is going on. But before we get to there, we do have to make a couple of predictions.
It's time for everyone's favorite part of the podcast.
Lincoln, what are you doing up there?
Guessing? I guess no one's coming.
I have seen into the future.
You ruined the prophecy.
I want to go first.
Go for it.
Because I want to do something that I have never done before.
Oh, no.
Normally, and I've gotten a lot of heat from this from my co-hosts, I predict characters never showing up again.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So I want to make the exact opposite here.
Oh, God damn it.
I want to make predictions not only of characters showing up again, but characters showing up again through to the last season. So I'm making 3 predictions on characters who we will see again repeatedly until we get to the end of the show. Sometime in the last season, these characters might drop off. But before that, we're going to see them in Season 2. We're going to see them in Season 3. If we don't see them in Season 2 and we see them in Season 3, it still counts. If we don't see them in Season 3, but we see them in Season 4, it still counts.
So, wait, but they have to make it to the end? To the final season?
They have to make it to the last season of the show.
All right, I'm down with that. That's a little more exciting than
yeah.
Yeah.
So daytime prediction: Sloane, who I think is going to be our big bad, makes it to the last season.
Okay.
My second prediction: Marshall, our Q. I think he's also going to make it to the last season of this show.
I hope so. I like him.
He seems fun, and I think the riskiest prediction I could make here is Marcus making it to the last season of the show, because it seemed like he was going to die to me in this one. And the fact that he didn't makes it feel like he's not long for this world. And so my primetime prediction, Marcus makes it to the last season as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
All right,
that's,
Victor,
that's
what do you
fair.
got?
I like it. All right, here we go. So,
No fighting me on any of this.
No, I
I'm
like
See
this.
how it plays out.
It builds the tension. Like every episode we
Right.
watch, it's going to be like, is he here? Oh, there he is. You know.
Yep.
All
Keep
right.
those points.
Okay. All right. The first two predictions I'm going to make specifically for the next episode that we watch for Snowman.
All right.
We're going to get at least 3 music montages. We're going to get at least 1 scene with more strategically placed nudity.
In the next episode.
In the next episode, yeah.
Okay, 3 montages and 1 near nudity in
Yes.
the next episode. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And primetime prediction: Bradley Pooper is a spy.
Okay.
All right.
I get a bonus point. if
Yes,
that's
I'll give
true.
you 1 bonus point if you get it. Come
Bonus
through.
All right.
Finder's
so,
fee.
my daytime prediction is Jack is not Sydney's real father.
That's a good
Okay.
one. I like it.
My evening prediction: Mom's not dead.
Wait, didn't we establish that in the? Well, okay.
No,
That's
fair. No, I think Mom's dead. I think they say Mom's dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
We
Mom's not
believe
dead.
Mom's dead.
Oh wait,
Okay.
that's right. They did mention that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more of
Yeah,
a
they were like,
daytime
your mother would have been
prediction,
proud
to be
at some
perfectly
point, right,
honest,
yeah.
but continue.
It has to for the flow of my predictions,
Okay.
because my primetime prediction is actually surprise. Jack is Sydney's father. It was a double ruse.
A double ruse.
So she finds out that her dad is her dad after finding out that her dad's not her dad. If that makes
Okay.
sense, that's why it's prime time.
Okay. That's okay.
She has to first
is-
find out Jack is not your dad, and then find out, haha, actually Jack is your dad.
That's a good one. I can.
Okay. Yeah, that's
complex.
some spy shit. All right. Well, those are the predictions. So we've got an episode to watch and record, which we'll get to, so that you guys can have one next week. But before we get to next week, we have to, of course, say thank you. Hey, Ripe, album dropping soon.
Yes.
On tour. Guys are doing great. All the singles you've released from the new album are fucking fire. Cheap Seats has really grown on me. I was not the biggest fan at first, and then I realized it's just a Paul Simon song, and now I fucking love it. I just needed my brain to click over for my expectations on what a Ripe song is, and it did, and I've been very pleased with that decision. So I won't hold you to my limitations anymore, Ripe.
I'm sure they're very relieved.
Well, it's unfair of me to do so.
Yeah.
So I won't. But yeah, thank you so much for letting us use Goon Squad as our theme song. We appreciate the hell out of it, and we appreciate the hell out of you.
And thank you to you, the listener. And I want to give a special shout out to my Lyft driver last week, Erin, who I introduced to the podcast and subscribed right there on the spot because she absolutely loved the idea of the episode as we were making small talk in the car. Thank you to our newest subscriber. If you want to interact with us, go to voicecast.app/LTO, and you can leave us a message there, either text or voicemail, and we'll read it on the show. And you can also check out our Discord, which is... How do we get to our Discord again?
You could find us on Blue Sky, find us all over. We'll hop on her productions. The link is, I hope, pretty easy to find. I guess we don't post it a lot on this podcast. We should probably do that more, but that would involve me getting on social media, which is something that I don't really do much anymore. So we'll see. Maybe we can put an ear in our social media manager's ear about posting it next time an episode goes up.
We have a social media manager?
Yeah, Glow.
Oh, okay.
Glorianne from Cool
Hey,
Girls.
thanks, Glow.
Speaking
That's
of
right.
which, Cool Girls, also back on the airwaves right now, covering Walker, Texas Ranger, our sibling podcast. Go give them a listen. They do what we do, but funnier.
And we'll see you next time on Last Time On.